Today we're making a commercial at home about our favorite board game. The mission here is making an interesting B-roll sequence at home just using our creativity. And here is the result. Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed. I'm Peter, and in this video I will take you through the entire process to show how it's done. We don't have much space in our apartment, so we turned the lunch table to our scene. We also don't have any good backdrops or textures, so we removed the paintings from the wall and try to use the empty space. Because the room is mainly white, we add color contrast, in this case red and blue. First we have to find out the shot list. I like to use Daniel Schiffer's advice, what is you make an object list and try to figure out what you can do with those objects. Let's make the list. We have a game box, some dices, papers and a pencil. What can we do with a box? We can spin, drop, open or hang out. With dices we could roll, drop, hold, spin. The papers can fall or we can bend. And with a pencil, we can write. For lighting, I use some non-light power tubes, which is pretty expensive, and cheap Youngnose 360 lights from Amazon. I also have one here to color my background. I think it's pretty useful lights compared to its price. You can do a bunch of things with it and it's under $100. I recommend the first generation because it's working cheap Sony MPF batteries and it's very powerful. I made this homemade stuff to soften the light. So I highly recommend it if you want to add some color into your shots. Like this. Or this. Back to the original one. I want some epic hero shot in the first scene, so I framed the box to the center. We tried many times until it was good. I like to see some dynamic movements at the beginning, so after the hero shot, she throws the box up to the air and it's spinning around. To achieve this, I try to make it when my girlfriend holding a fishing line which is connected to the box and hanging out. But it didn't work. That was so much pain to separate the box in every single frame from the background. I thought the white background would be easy to remove, but I was wrong. Then I realized that I need a green screen. But I don't have it. Then next day I figured out that my monitor can be a green screen. I light the box properly and it works great. I was so happy until I saw the footage. I made a big mistake. Because my monitor is bright, it reflects from the box in some angles. You can see the green reflection here. But I don't have more time to record this again, so next time I will go a little bit further from the monitor. I 3D keyed out in DaVinci Resolve and I added a little motion blur to make it more realistic. And now I can add to my background what I recorded before. I made some color grade and I keyframed it to look like somebody threw it in the air. Then I want to make some epic seamless transitions in camera. Try to match the last shot to the next one with keyframing the box to around the same position. And follow my girlfriend moves and make a natural transition with the black backsheet at the end. The key to being able to sell this effect is to have the same movement direction at your end of your last scene as at the beginning of your next scene. In this case, I pull my camera down so the movement from top to bottom. The next scene came from the back pullover from my girlfriend and followed that movement that she did. But we didn't finish here because we start to prepare our next shot with a transition again. So I pan left with my camera and next shot, where my girlfriend bending and turning the pages, I start with a pan motion. The other key is to being able to sell this effect is to use speed ramps between the scenes. It helps focus more to the main part and quickly, like time traveling, you are at the next part. I like to show one movement from different perspectives too. I think it's a very powerful tool to make your scenes entertaining. I try to continue the motion of the falling dice in my next shot too. You can play with blending modes in your editing software. In this case, I use light and blending mode to slowly show the dice. And to make more interesting, you can add another layer in 40% opacity and make it bigger. I want to show the gameplay, so we made the shot in almost POV, because it feels like you're there and watch the game with the player. You can see in every shot I have some effect on it, because I want to make it powerful and dynamic. Especially when the cubes came down, if you add the little camera shake, it makes the impact seem harder. I like to end our sequence with a hero shot again, because it makes a good structure to our story. And last, we arrived at one of the most important parts, the sound design. If you want to upgrade your videos, just try to represent your story with sounds too. It makes my ideas alive. Just watch it only with the sound effects. And here is the final version with music. And that's all for today. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and push the like button. Thank you guys for watching and see you guys in the next one. Peace!